come on. Welcome to the July. Vicky, hot sun. Welcome to the January 10th, 2018 meeting of the Mayor and Council. Roll call.
Mayor Schwager.
Here.
Councilman Bialy.
Here.
Councilman Knapp.
Here.
Councilman Kamala.
Here.
Councilman Levy.
Here.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Here.
Councilman Talamini.
Here.
At this time, I ask you to stand to salute to the flag and remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job. Be seated. Wishing everyone a healthy and happy 2018. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Law, duly announced, advertised, and posted in the municipal building. And as we do before every meeting, I give my mayor's message. I just want to congratulate Councilman Pat Pignatelli for joining us,
Thank you, Mayor.
newly elected, and Councilman Russ Talamini for being reelected. I also want to congratulate, in case you haven't heard, John Bialy is our council president this year. Congratulations to John.
Thank you.
Good news to all the residents around Pearl River Reserve. We were notified of the grant for Patriots Bridge. Unfortunately, it's not all the money that we had asked for, but we have been advised that the money that they did give us, which was $500,000 in grant money, is from 2017. We were advised by the grant writer to try again for money in 2018. It's a separate budget. And you will hear more about it later during the resolutions. Last night, Station Park, if you haven't heard, Station Park is the park in the middle of town right by the railroad station. It's not a station, it's the railroad tracks as it crosses 202. They had their organization meeting last night. Thank you to Councilman Knapp and Levy for attending and getting this started, and we're going to start redeveloping our downtown area. Please, tonight is the reorganization meeting, and we have a lot of vacancies on our boards and commissions. And after tonight, we will still have a lot of vacancies. So if you are interested in volunteering in town, we ask that you please submit a citizen leadership form. Either come into my office, you know where I am. You can come to my office any day for a form. You could go on our website, or you could go see Lisa at Borough Hall and pick up a form. We would love to have you volunteer. We need you. Our next meeting, before we get to that, I was just telling Councilman Kumala that in my Mayor's magazine, I found out that the League of Municipalities is having a photo contest of photos of different municipalities, and I'm asking Councilman Kumala, as liaison to communications, to be in charge of taking photos and sending it our submission. The next meeting of January 24th, 2018, we're going to honor Councilwoman Sandra Cora, who was our councilwoman from 2012 to 2017. We will have a presentation from the county and from the women. The women's group up here will be coming also. So I hope if you can to come to the January 24th meeting, and it would be very nice to honor Sandra Cora, who served this town proudly. Usually we open to the public, but I've been asked to do the swearing in first because we would like to have that first. So,
There's resolutions.
we have to do the resolutions first.
Yeah, to appoint.
Oh, okay. So resolution 1852 is to appoint police officer Robert Hinson. And the police chief has advised that Robert Hinson has completed the necessary pre-employment testing and background checks and has recommended this appointment. It will be effective as of January 11th, 2018, and it's being made in accordance with the New Jersey Department of Personnel Intergovernmental Transfer Program, and his salary shall be $85,283, in accordance with Step 6 of the current PBA contract. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Biallo.
Yes.
Councilman Net.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Chalamet.
Yes.
And now I have Resolution 1853, is to appoint Police Officer Christopher Tinio. And the police chief has advised that Christopher Tinio has completed the necessary pre-employment testing and background checks and has recommended his appointment. And the appointment is effective January 11, 2018, and is being made in accordance with the New Jersey Department of Personnel Intergovernmental Transfer Program, and his salary shall be $55,287 in accordance with Step 2 of the current PBA contract. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Biallo.
Yes.
Councilman Net.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Chalamet.
Yes.
And so it's now my pleasure to appoint Robert Henson with his family. Left hand on the, yeah, I finally have it down after 6 years.
We've had some mistakes before.
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Okay, ready? I
I, Robert Henson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and the governments
and the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform
perform
all the duties of police officer
all the duties of police
in the
officer
Borough of Oakland
in the Borough of Oakland
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my
so
ability.
help me God.
So help me God.
And I welcome you to Oakland.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's official now.
Try not to stand too bad. Let's just get it. Hold her hand. There you go. Perfect. Got it.
Did good.
Good job.
And now we have Crispin and his children. Are you coming?
Be safe.
Thank you.
Hello, and what is your name? And I'm Linda, the mayor. Hi. And your name? Laura. Hello. Welcome to Oakland. Okay, do you have a problem with this? Help me, God? Okay. Oh, you ready? Better hold it, maybe both of you should hold it heavy. Got it?
Hold it together.
Tell that. Left hand on the Bible, right hand.
Hold on.
Ready? I
I, Christopher Tinio,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
I will bear truth and allegiance to the same
and the governments
and the government
established in the United States
and the establishment of the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of police officer of the Borough of Oakland
of the office of the police officer of the Borough of Oakland
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
You want to shake all the council people? Want to go say with your dad? You could go with
Okay,
him.
this is your opportunity.
I need your address on this.
Hi, VTV.
I need your address. You could go with your dad when he shakes all the council hand if you want to do that. Thank you. He wants to shake your hands too to his son.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, welcome. Thank you.
And now, if you wish, you don't have to stay. You're welcome to stay.
Take a seat.
And now,
I think it is.
I'll entertain a motion to open to the public.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wish to speak? Motion to close?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes from the executive session of December 20th, and the minutes were given to you. If there's going to be any changes, it must be done during executive. Is there a motion
So
to
moved.
approve? Second?
Second.
Will there be any changes? Roll call.
Councilman Bianchi?
Yes.
Councilman Knapp?
Yes.
Councilman Kamala?
Yes.
Councilman Levy?
Yes.
Councilman Pinatelli?
Abstain?
Councilman Tony?
Yes.
So council committee and liaison appointments. So I asked our council president to please give us the list.
Okay. We'll start with the council committees for 2017. Finance Committee. There'll be a chairperson and a co-chairperson for each assignment here, except for the planning board. Chairperson for the Finance Committee will be Councilman Pat Pignatelli. The co-chair member will be Councilman Russ Pignatelli, Russ Talamini. Too many I's and E's. Public Safety, Police, Fire, First Aid, Municipal Court chairperson will be Councilman Robert Knapp, and the co-chair will be Councilman Pat Pignatelli. DPW, Roads, Solid Waste, Recycling, Building and Grounds, chairperson will be myself, John Bialy, and the member will be Councilman Robert Knapp. Water and Sewer, the chairperson this year will be Councilman Eric Kamala, and I will be the co-chair and member. Intergovernmental Relations and Administration, the chairperson will be Councilman Talamini, and the co-chair will be Councilman Kamala. Land Use Committee, Planning and Board of Adjustment, chairperson will be Lou Levy. On the council liaisons, public events. Now, we have, and I spoke to the borough administrator this morning about this, we have two that are very similar, they should be brought together, public events and community events, Russ. Russ, Councilman Talamini will be the liaison to both of them, but they should be combined into one, public events and community events. And as Rich indicated, they are on the formal document, the community and public events.
Yeah, I think in the list that Lisa puts out, it actually says like public and cultural affairs or something of that nature. So I think the intent, I mean, according to the code, there's only one committee, one public event.
Okay, very good. Environmental Commission, Councilman Pat Pignatelli. Local and Regional Schools, Councilman Russ Talamini. Senior Citizens Liaison, that's myself, John Bialy. Board of Health will be Councilman Pat Pignatelli. Emergency Management will be Councilman Robert Knapp. Flood Commission will be Councilman Lou Levy. Recreation Commission will be Councilman Eric Kamala. Municipal Alliance will be Councilman Robert Knapp. Communications Commission will be Councilman Eric Kamala. Shade Tree Commission will be Councilman Pat Pignatelli. Downtown Improvement will be Councilman Lou Levy. The Library Commission will be Councilman Eric Kamala. Historical Preservation will be myself, John Bialy. Community Events, as I said, will be Russell Talamini. And Park Committee will be Mr. Councilman Robert Knapp. I think I put together a fairly well-blended assignments for everyone, and I expect we're going to have a spectacular year.
Thank you. At this time, our appointments of our borough professionals, and each of the borough professionals has submitted RFQs discussed by the committee, and I offer the names as follows, so then I'll need a motion in a second. For borough attorney, I offer the name of Brian Chakowski. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Did the official newspaper?
We already did
We did that already.
Yeah.
Labor attorney, I offer the name of Matthew Giacobi, who has been our labor attorney. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
Saving auditor. Engineer, I offer the name of Kevin Boswell from Boswell McClave Engineering.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
Water engineer, I offer the name of Kevin Boswell, Boswell McClave Engineering.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
Bond counsel, I offer the name of Steve Rogut from Rogut McCarthy LLC.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
Borough planner, I offer the name of Steve Lyden from Burgess Associates.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
Risk manager, I offer the name of Brown and Brown.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
For risk manager for the health benefits, I offer the name of the Baza Agency.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
Now for auditor, and I've spoken to the auditor for full disclosure, who has been Frank DiMaria of DiMaria and DiMaria. I've spoken to him and it said I cannot in good conscience offer his name again because he's been our auditor for almost 12 years. And doing a lot of research with the state, professional practices, it really is not good to keep the same auditor for such a long time. And so I offered the name of the only other person who put in for an RFQ, who was Gary Vinci from Lurch, Vinci and Higgins.
So moved.
There was a second. Since there's no second, this will be held over at the next meeting, and if we don't vote at the next meeting, then the council will then have the opportunity to choose whoever they wish in February. Now, appointments to boards and commissions. As everyone knows, I make my charts.
Are you doing prosecutor and?
Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot the prosecutor. I forgot, oh, right, because I didn't have it on the list. Sorry, thank you. That's why we love you, Lisa. For prosecutor, everybody's the same as it's been this past year. I've spoken with the police, I've spoken with the judge. The judge is still, has a term to continue. Prosecutor, I offer the name of Andrew Simbaluka, who has been our prosecutor. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Biali?
Yes.
Councilman Net?
Yes.
Councilman Kamala?
Yes.
Councilman Levy?
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
For alternate prosecutor, who has been the alternate prosecutor, I offer the name is Andrew Roth.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Biali?
Yes.
Councilman Net?
Yes.
Councilman Kamala?
Yes.
Councilman Levy?
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
For public defender, I offer the name Nina Remsen, who's been our public defender.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Biali?
Yes.
Councilman Net?
Yes.
Councilman Kamala?
Yes.
Councilman Levy?
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
For alternate public defender, I offer the name of Tony Marabella, who has been our alternate public defender.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Biali?
Yes.
Councilman Net?
Yes.
Councilman Kamala?
Yes.
Councilman Levy?
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
Now, at this time, I asked, and I asked very, very seriously, if you are a professional with one of those titles, for next year, please, we're not getting a lot of RFQs, requests for qualifications for proposals for professionals. So it would be nice to have a choice, a bigger choice than we have. So please consider for next year. Now, for boards and positions, there are some boards and positions that are mayor's appointments. And for those appointments, I will be making the appointment. And then when we get to the mayor and council appointments, that will be the, I will offer the name, and then it will be the council who votes. For planning board, there are 3 vacancies, and I'm going to appoint John Morris for a continuous 4-year term, Sandra Cora for a 4-year term, and Tom Connolly for an additional 2 years. So thank you for serving, and you've been very, Tom, you've been very helpful. Thank you. For recreation, I'm reappointing Danielle Walker, who I'm told has been wonderful on the Recreation Committee for a 5-year term. So thank you, Danielle, for serving and for wanting to serve again. Now we have a problem, Shade Tree. Nancy Kraus has put in for a 5-year term, so I'm reappointing Nancy Kraus, but we do not have an alternate. We have a vacancy on the Shade Tree Commission. Please, if you are interested at all in helping us with our shade tree issues, well, it's not just shades, it's trees, please consider volunteering on the Shade Tree Commission. Sustainable New Jersey, out of the entire committee, because it's a 1-year appointment, Sustainable New Jersey, the only one who put in so far is Carol Peterson. Chopper, you have been our chair. Please encourage everyone to put in to be reappointed. You were able to help us get recertified. Well, we have to keep working so that our certification remains intact and we can certify again. The Access for All, the ad hoc committee that Eric Kamala has so graciously said he would work on it again. We still have some appointments, and we will be getting organized this year, so thank you, Councilman Kamala. Municipal Alliance. No names, that's what I'm saying, no names so far. Please, if you're interested at all, your Municipal Alliance, and that is Councilman Knapp. Public events, not one person has submitted, Councilman, so maybe you can encourage everyone? I don't know.
I did.
No, all the terms are good.
Yeah.
No one's up this year.
I
did
saw
last
some
year.
opens, I saw some vacancies, and he can't be on it, he's the councilman. You gonna be on it?
Yeah, you can. Brian?
Brian?
Yeah, he can be on.
All right, then, I was going to put in for your spot, but, okay.
The terms expire in 18, 19.
I had a whole, I
It's
had
not
a
a,
couple of,
it's not a commission.
Oh, there's some, yeah, some. that
there's
are
some
appointed.
vacancies that nobody
Yeah.
put in.
Some
Put
vacancies.
everybody on there.
All right, so emergency management, I did not get a list at all from, but that usually takes a while, from Roy Balberger. Roy Balberger, congratulations on becoming a grandfather. Now you have to get to work. So we need your list for our emergency management
I
council.
told him he was just waiting for a couple more forms, and he was hoping to have it by today.
Well, I know he was busy being a grandfather, so congratulations.
Takes a
Now
lot
it's
of
time
work.
to get back to work. All right, now we have, the rest of the appointments need council approval. For the Flood Commission, I'm offering the name of Don O'Connor for a 3-year term.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Biallo.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
For Board of Health, now you can't stay on.
No, I cannot.
Because you're the liaison. So just so you know that we need someone to finish out the term for the Board of Health, which was Councilman Pignatelli's term, which expires at the end of 2018. So if you're interested in serving on the Board of Health, please let either Councilman Pignatelli know, or Lisa at the borough, or advise me so that we can appoint you as quickly as possible. Stephen Tippinger for a 3-year term. Joe, we'll do one at a time. Stephen Tippinger. Motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Biallo.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
Joanne Ashkenazi, 3-year term.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Biallo.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
Environmental Commission, Lee Hayman for a 3-year term.
So moved.
Second.
Excuse me, Mayor.
You skipped one thing for Board of Health.
Yeah, wasn't Yuval Ashkenazi also up?
Did I even say his name?
You did two.
Oh, sorry. The husband and wife, and I was going to do it at the same time, and I guess in my mind, I thought I did it at the same time. So sorry. Yuval Ashkenazi.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Biallo.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
Environmental Commission, Lee Hayman for 3 years.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Biallo.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
Eric Ham, reappointment for 3 years.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Biallo.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
We
Yes.
have an opening on the Environmental Commission for a 2-year term as an alternate. If you are interested at all in the Environmental Commission, which is a very important commission, please, again, submit it to myself, Councilman Pignatelli, or Lisa at the Borough Hall. The Park Commission, which is all a 1-year term. Mike Guadagnino, Lee Hayman, Nancy Larkin, Tim Contrini, Steve Saliani, and Sandra Cora. Is there any you wish to pull out? If not, motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Biallo.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
At this time, we're holding off appointing to the Zoning Board of Adjustment. After some research and talking to our attorney, if there are 3 openings of people whose term expires, we're not doing any appointments tonight, but it means that you're not a holdover. So for tomorrow, for next week's zoning board meeting, we ask that you attend the meeting, sit in the audience, listen to the application, which I'm told is Wawa, and you will be, and then we will discuss this again after, at the next meeting. I have spoken to the board secretary. There will be a quorum for next meeting, and so you will have the opportunity to continue at the Board of Zoning Adjustment. And with that, is there anything else I left out? I have, for public events, on my chart, I have a 3-year appointment, a 3-year unexpired, a 3-year unexpired, and a 1-year appointment.
Yes, we had vacancies, but nobody that
Right.
didn't.
Right, but no one put in for it. So if you're interested at all in public events, it's now called Public Events and Community Events, please contact Councilman Talamini, myself, or Lisa at the Borough Hall. And I will bring my chart to the next meeting. There's been a request to license the borough-owned property, that's block 2203, lot 11, which is Island Terrace. And you have the information in your packet. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Biallo.
Yes.
Councilman Net.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Leeman.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Palomino.
Yes.
Now, there were resolutions, and if you want any pulled out, let me know, but Resolution 1801 through 1828 is listed as a consent agenda already. 1829 is the temporary budget for the year 2018. It's just a temporary until we vote on a budget. 1830 is the annual staff appointments for 2018. Kathleen Gurney for Deputy Borough Clerk, and James Mangan as our treasurer. 1831, Police Department annual appointments for crossing guards at Ackley, William Bickford, John Carr, Marianne Carroll, Monica Carson, Philip DiBiase, Brenda DeBuda, Deborah DeYoung, Marilyn Dockery, Maria Jimenez as a sub, John Gray, Mindy Greenfield, Deborah Hill, Robert Lynn as a sub, Deborah Patterson, Richard Pierce, Ronald Santaniello, William Sisti sub, Margaret Simmons sub, Kelly Smith, Teresa Bowman, and Robert Weston sub for police matron, Lynn Verhaeg, Monica Carson, and Dawn Gossett. 1832. Authorized refund for overpayment of tax lien 16-62 in the amount of $2,713.09 to U.S. Bank Custodial PC4 First Trust Bank. 1833, authorized refund of taxes due to senior citizens deduction, Block 380134, Ada and Jean's Depositor, $250. 1834, authorized return of escrow fees, Sprint Corporation, Nextel, in the amount of $1,670 to Sprint Corporation. 1835, authorized refund of recreation fees to Victoria Calabrese, 9 Saratoga Drive, due $70. 1836, authorized shared service agreement sludge disposal, and this is with Northwest County Utilities Authority to accept the disposal of sludge. Maximum of 2.6% solids, $35 per 1,000 gallons, and all the numbers are listed. 1837 is to special assessment on 10 Bailey Avenue, Block 1901, Lot 34, in violation of the borough's property maintenance code. Invoice and purchase order detailing the work performed and expenses incurred, and the sum of $1,200 being the amount due pursuant to the invoice and purchase order. 1838, special assessment on Block 4702, Lot 53, on Hiawatha Boulevard, violation of the borough's property maintenance code. Invoice and purchase order detailing the work performed, a charge of additional real property taxes to the owner, located at Block 4702, Lot 53, in the sum of $3,200, being the amount pursuant to invoice and purchase order. 1839, special assessment on 34 Lakeshore Drive, Block 4502, Lot 5, Creighton, and Property Maintenance Code. And it's a report dated December 5th, 2017, detailing the work performed and expenses incurred in the amount of $1,988.80 pursuant to the report dated December 5th, 2017. 1840, special assessment at 44 Loyola Place, violation of the borough's property maintenance code, from a report dated December 5th, 2017, detailing the work performed and expenses incurred in the amount of $1,380.08
pursuant to the report dated December 5th, 2017. 1841, special assessment at 92 McNomie Street, Block 3805, Lot 7. Report dated August 3rd, 2017, detailing the work performed and expenses incurred in the amount of $4,094.88, being the amount due pursuant to the report dated August 3rd, 2017. 1842, special assessment on 97 Minnehaha Boulevard, Block 4701, Lot 30, violation of Borough's Property Maintenance Code. Report dated June 6, 2017, detailing the work performed and expenses incurred, $4,660.24, amount due pursuant to the report of June 6, 2017. 1843, special assessment at 519 Rampo Valley Road, Block 4507, Lot 14, in violation of the Borough's Property Maintenance Code. Report dated March 31st, 2016, detailing the work performed and expenses incurred in the amount of $1,108.38, being the amount due pursuant to the report dated March 31st, 2016. 1844, special assessment on 29 Thackeray Road, that's Block 4301, Lot 2, violation of the Borough's Property Maintenance Code, from a report dated September 7, 2017, detailing the work performed and expenses incurred, the amount of $381.24, the amount due pursuant to the report dated September 7, 2017. 1845, authorized refund of the debt redemption monies to outside lien holder for 17-7, that's the tax sale lien 17-7, Block 1603, Lot 1, known as 16 2nd Street, on December 26, 2017, $4,900 payable to Rothman Realty in Englewood. 1846, authorized refund of redemption monies to outside lien holder for 1728, tax sale lien 1728, Block 3301, Lot 3, known as 23 Thornton Road. The amount of $112,200 payable to MTAG Custodial for ATCF 2 and J LLC in New Orleans, Louisiana. 1847, refund redemption monies to outside lien holder, 17-56, Block 4601, Lot 52, known as 506 Rampo Valley Road, $2,200 payable to U.S. Bank Custodial for PC7 First Trust in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 1848, refund redemption. Authorized refund of redemption monies to outside lien holder for 17-52. That's tax lien 17-52, Block 4402, Lot 40. $12,200 payable to Christiana Trust as custodian for GSRANZ deposit account, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 1849, refund redemption monies to outside lien holder, tax lien 1705, Block 1001, Lot 3, known as 689 Rampo Valley Road, $19,900, payable to FNADZ LLC in Chicago, Illinois. 1850, authorized municipal alliance grant application, and this is authorizing the submission for an application for the Oakland Municipal Alliance grant for the fiscal year of 2019.
Yeah, for the 2019.
2019, the amount of $9,876, cash match $2,469, in kind $7,407, and it's detailed attached. 1851, Bergen County Mutual Aid Plan and Rapid Deployment Force. It is for the police departments for day-to-day responsibility to prove security and lives and property, and for the maintenance and preservation of the public peace and order. The Bergen County Police Chiefs Association has proposed a mutual aid plan and rapid deployment force to deal with these emergencies. And under the direction of the Chief of Police with the Bergen County Police Chiefs Association, to create an interlocal service agreement with all municipalities in the County of Bergen in order to put into place the mutual aid plan and rapid deployment force. Resolution 1854, Authorized purchase of replacement riding mowers. Store Tractor Company, 3191 Route 22 in Branchburg, New Jersey. At a cost of $19,477.85 per mower. So for 2 riding mowers, a cost of $38,955.70. 1855. This is to authorize the contract with Land Conservancy of New Jersey for an amount not to exceed $12,000, and they're the group that has helped us get grants for the buyouts on Roosevelt Boulevard. 1856, authorize agreement, the Bloodborne Pathogens Program with the Bergen County Department of Health. And this helps us, includes compliance training at a set fee of $18 per employee, and hepatitis B vaccinations at a cost of $64 per vaccine, $192 per series, effective from January 1st, 2018 through December 31st, 2019. And 18, we're skipping 1857, remove that, it's not complete. And 1858 is to hire dispatcher William Reed at a salary of $50,224 in accordance with Step 2 of the white collar labor contract effective Thursday, January 11th, 2018. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any wish to be pulled out?
Can I just,
I know there are 2 more, we have to get to 2 more.
Mayor?
Yes.
Excuse me, on 1858, the roll call list on here is not current.
I'm
I
sorry,
don't know
what?
if it matters, the roll call list
I'll change it.
is not current.
Visconti is on there,
And so is Sandra, actually.
and so is Sandra.
and
And
can
I
I,
can
So
say,
noted.
frankly, she's a lot nicer looking than you. No offense.
Oh.
I agree.
Thank you for pointing that out.
could,
I try and do my part.
Yes,
I just want to ask about the special assessment ones on all the pieces of property. There's a lot of them. Is there a reason that there's so many? Is there?
Basically, it reflects the work that the borough needed to do in 2017 to remediate property maintenance violations where the homeowner or the property owner didn't do it. So we were waiting till the end of the season and brought them all forth at the same time.
and what's happening is that people are notified if they are not complying with property maintenance. And I guess how many summonses or how many times we go there and then we say, that's it, we're going to do it?
Yeah, and you know, the ones where it's owner occupied, usually we get compliance. And the idea there is we issue a notice of violation, and with the homeowners making a good faith effort, we work with them to remediate it. Most of the ones that you see there, not all of them, but a bunch of them are where you have, you know, bank-owned homes or things like that, where there's just no response, and ultimately we wind up going and taking care of it ourselves.
Any others? If not, roll call.
Mayor,
No, yeah.
I'm sorry, are we gonna add 59 and 60?
I was gonna do that separately because we just got those.
Okay, then I ask that we pull 1831.
Which is the police department appointments.
Yeah, my father-in-law's on that list. And also 18-39 for the property maintenance issue, as that's my neighbor, and I don't want to vote on that.
Okay. So, we will do a consent agenda eliminating 1831 and 1839, which will be pulled and done separately. So for all others, roll call.
Did we have a?
We have to make a motion.
Second?
Oh,
So
we
moved.
did already.
So moved.
We did.
Second.
Okay, now we got it.
No, we got it.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
Okay, now go back to 18-31. On 18th is the police
So moved.
department annual appointments. This is for the crossing guards and police matron. So is there a motion to approve?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Abstain.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
Thank you for pointing that out, Councilman. 1839 is the special assessment for 34 Lakeshore Drive. Is there a
So moved.
motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Abstain.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
Now added is the Resolution 1859, which is to authorize Capital Alternatives Corporation to submit a grant application for Patriots Way Bridge project. And this is a continuation of what we talked about earlier, that there was money in 2017, now we're trying to get some more money for 2018. So is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
Resolution 1860 is to approve submittal and execution of grant agreement with the New Jersey Department of Transportation for the Patriots Way Bridge project. And that is the grant agreement. It's identified as LAIF 2018 Patriots Way Bridge 95. There a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Knapp.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Talamini.
Yes.
We have nothing on work session tonight. Any new business? Seeing none, we'll go with council reports. We'll start with Councilman Talamini.
Yes, before I begin, I just want to say happy birthday to my son Justin. He's 10 today, and he's mad at me. In the schools, there's going to be a half day on Martin Luther King Day, which is Monday, 1/15. And January 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, from 9:30 in the morning to 11:30 in the morning, there's kindergarten registration at all the elementary schools. There was no public events meeting last night because they couldn't have a quorum, and no finance as of right now. Thank you.
Thank you, and don't forget, if you're interested in public events, you can sign up, we have vacancies. Councilor.
Thank you, Mayor. Actually, I got some really exciting news about the library. We had a library meeting today, and it was in the old part of the building, and looks like we are shooting for February 2nd for a soft opening and the first presentation that's going to be taking place on the stage.
Wow.
I don't know if anybody's really had an opportunity to see the library. It is absolutely spectacular. From the flooring to the bookcases that are going in, the stage, you wouldn't recognize it. I mean, if you've lived in town for 20 years, it's just this beautiful mahogany color. On the balcony, they cut it back, and there's beautiful glass where you can sit up top and really look down and watch some of the shows that are taking place. They've completed the downstairs area, which will be used for storage. And the idea is going into February, they're going to begin construction on the newer part of the building.
Wow, that's
So,
great.
I just want to announce the program that's going to be taking place. It's going to be it's called After Hours at the Oakland Library. It presents W.E.B. Du Bois, A Man for All Times, a critically acclaimed play about the great civil rights activist. It's going to be held Friday, February 2nd, 7 p.m. at the Oakland Public Library. And from what I was talking to Ms. Levine and the library director, they say this is a must-see program, and I think it's very fitting for, this will be the first real kickoff for the first program taking place on the stage. So please, if you go down to the library, stick your head in, take a look. It's absolutely spectacular. Mayor, that's all I have. Thank you.
That's great, thank you.
And I have, for seniors, I just want everyone to realize that up in the suburban newspaper, you might want to check it out. In last week's paper, in the center section, it gives you the list of all the dates and what's going on at the senior center. So if you've missed the calendar, it's printed in the newspaper every week. So, and we look forward to a great year down at the senior center with the seniors. Water and sewer, we have a meeting coming up. I see Kevin's here tonight. We have a meeting on January 19th to discuss the 3 substations and our plan for them going forward with the inception of our sewer systems coming into town. Hopefully everything will be in place. Kevin and I had conversation today, and I also had conversation with somebody from Northwest Bergen Utilities. So I think we're on the right path, and hopefully we'll get some great things done with the sewer lines this year. Historical, on the 23rd of the month, I was invited by the Rotary to bring over to them a presentation on our historical locations. and we might have there's some indication that we might have somebody by the name of Mr. Rose who would like to start a fundraising campaign and possibly to incorporate some outside funding sources to make our historical site a lot better looking place, and maybe it will inspire us to get with the county and start discussing real solid terms as to what can be done with both those buildings going forward. So I'm highly anxious about getting that going. And DPW, I'm glad Tom is here because the paperwork that Tom sent us on a repaving project that's scheduled by the county, I believe it's Long Hill Road and Skyline Drive, Tom?
Route 202.
It's 202?
Route 202 from the Passaic County border to the Mawa border.
Okay, Passaic County border to the Mawa border, Route 202, which is Rampo Valley Road. That'll be done in 2018,
If you do your sidewalks.
if we do the sidewalks.
Oh, wait a minute. 202, so you go around the curve by the Elks, and would you please look, because I'm constantly getting calls from the attorney, Frank Battersby, because that curve, when you come from Wayne into Oakland, they've had a couple of car crashes in the front window, and his secretary was hurt once. Do you know where I'm talking about? It's the cross from,
Boy Scout.
what's the
pub.
Boy Scout.
Hansels.
The Hansels.
Hansels.
Yeah.
I would suggest you get your engineer involved.
Are you listening?
Move over here.
No, you're not
I'm
listening.
gonna kill you.
Wait a minute, we just
Be back.
Why don't you come over here by the mic, so we can, we're stepping out of turn here, I know, but this is
This is
important
important
news.
because Frank Battersby, the attorney, has, every time there's another crash into his front window, because that's where his secretary sits, has called me.
Okay, Mayor, Tom Connolly, 1 Winding Ridge.
Kevin Boswell,
Engineer,
engineer.
As everyone knows, 202 is a county road. My suggestion with that is you'd have Kevin speak to either the county engineer or Nancy Dorgas.
Yes.
And then what he would need is the incident reports from the police department.
I've talked to, who have I talked, I've talked to the police department, I've talked to Richard about this. Every time there's an accident, they call me. Frank Battersby calls me.
But all you have to do is, Kevin knows what has the drill. All the incident reports get reported to the county. The county will come do an assessment along with Basel Engineering, and then they'll come up with.
It's the curve.
We'll follow up with a 5-year accident
curve,
history.
because
We'll review it with
Puddles.
Nancy and
You know the curve.
and the county
Because it pools
engineer.
with water, that's what happens when it rains, that curve just.
Mr.
becomes-
Kearns, can you follow up on that?
Yeah, I'll talk to the police department too, and with Kevin, and we'll get the information.
And it's, I mean, you see his window right in front.
And there's also 2 other issues. Long Hill Road is a drainage issue, John.
Right.
The drainage issue, which Kevin Boswell, I believe, his firm has done plans. and he's
We've done,
working with the
we've
county.
done topographic surveys of the area. We've got a preliminary plan that Tom and I walked and came up with some schematics to improve both the drainage as well as the sidewalks. They're obliterated in some areas.
And the third issue is Breakneck Road. There's a drainage project there
There's
too.
another one that we have plans that we did 3 years ago, and we did them directly for the county. We're working with them to address a drainage issue up there.
Great.
But I think a letter from the mayor and council to the county would be helpful.
Richard, we'll follow up with this.
Yeah, absolutely, sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom, I appreciate it.
And thank you for
Kevin.
bringing that up. That's perfect.
Okay, very good. And Kevin, are you going to give us an update on?
Not now, we're still on committee reports.
Committee reports, but ladies, hang out, we'll do an update on the water and sewer. Thank you, to Mayor, that's all.
Okay, Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Since I just recently been appointed, my assignments, I don't have any committee reports except for one. I am also a member of the First Aid Squad, and I'd just like to congratulate the First Aid Squad for responding to over 900 calls last year. That's like 2+ calls per day. They really do a great job. My hat's off to them. They're very dedicated people, and they serve our borough well. And that's it for me. Thank you.
I hear it on the radio, and I hear that other towns call for them for help.
Yeah, the only thing I want to say in relationship to John's report and Mr. Conley's report about repaving in 202. I know this subject comes up often. We talk about traffic in the middle of town or on 202. I really wish we would do a comprehensive traffic study on 202, because when we do the repaving, if we could restripe some areas to have a better flow of traffic through town, I really think that would help. And I think that's the time to do it if we're going to repave the whole road and stripe everything, especially down by the post office north to under 202, 208 I mean.
By the post office under 208?
From the post office.
Oh, from, yes.
Going
But we
north.
also wanted to change the arrow, try putting the arrow, the left turn arrow at the beginning of the light rather than at the end of the light. We have talked about that, and I was told that because it's 287, the county would not consider that. It has to do with 287.
Well, I asked, when I was, last time I was on the council, I wrote to the DOT and asked them to either stripe the road for 287 turn, because people go under 208, they go past the turn for 287, and then make an illegal left turn up the other, southbound lane. So if they would just either stripe the road, paint it 287 with an arrow, people would know to stay in the left lane.
Well, we also need an enforcement because they also make a left into Walgreens right there too.
There's several. And,
Yes.
and also I brought up to them, the traffic light on the corner of West Oakland Avenue and Ramapo Valley Road, when the southbound lane has a red light and the northbound lane has a green light, there's no reason why West Oakland Avenue can't empty out onto 202 going south.
Because of the railroad tracks. We went through this, and I had, when Garrett was the congressman and then Josh Gottheimer, I said, why can't we continue the right turn lane all the time? And they said, because you can't have that because of the railroad tracks, it's two crossings too close together.
I'm not suggesting a right-hand turn all the time. Only when the southbound lane turns red and the northbound lane still has green.
But then again, it still has to do with the railroad tracks and that traffic light. And the county will not deal with the traffic light. They said it has to be the state.
That's a state
State
light.
control.
It's a state light.
It's a state light.
Yes, so we have tried that. Who should we get up here? I don't know what else to do about that.
Well, we've been, we are reviewing the nuances of a bypass road.
Again?
Again, we have the plan. We're looking at how that all ties together, and particularly how the crossings at the railroad will work out. So we have several different options. We're going to be presenting them to the mayor and council. I know that Gary Askelis, who used to be the...
Oh my God, that's ages ago.
Yeah.
Well, he's with us, so he's working on it, and so...
In fact, I asked him about putting the railroad underground, and he laughed at me.
The only thing I have to say, the access road is going to take a lot of work, a lot of legislation, a lot of money. A traffic study and restriping from the post office north to get a better flow of traffic through town. It's important. I mean, it used to be where someone sat at the corner with a little board and ticked off who turned left, who turned right, and who went
traffic
straight.
counts.
Pardon?
Traffic counts.
Yeah, I don't know if they do that anymore.
They do a automated version of that now.
But I'm saying that will show us a better flow through town, especially coming from, and I don't know if it's specifically coming from Ramapo College, but I live in that last...
Not now because of the detour.
Yeah, I know, but that last strip, that last corner, I live there. And I see so many people come down 202 south and get right on 287 because there is no entrance or exit from 287 from Oakland to Mawa.
Well, when I was on the
17.
council in the 90s when they were building it, we had many meetings with Marge Wackemer, and we did tours around there, and we begged them, Mawa, please have an entrance and exit there. And Mawa won.
So how do we get a traffic study so that we can look at the flow of traffic through town?
We should have.
And maybe better stripe or whatever?
Well, there's a couple different ways. One of the things that I was going to be reporting on later is how, with the sewer project, we will we actually hope to be putting both a gravity line heading southbound and a force main heading northbound on 202. When you do that type of work, you're going to be repaving the road as well. So we can look at a holistic approach to the sewer plus the road to have.
Well, maybe we don't.
So wait a
maybe we
minute, are
don't-
we repaving the road now and then we're going to do sewer?
I would advise not doing that.
Okay.
But I still think the sewer is actual physical work is 3 years
Well,
away.
3 years.
3 to 5 years away.
Well, I'll
That's
So
why,
why don't we wait, let's finish these reports.
that's why I would like a traffic study done now. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
we
it's
could-
not going
we-
to change much.
we could certainly do that study.
It's extremely important. That's the only way to get a better flow of traffic through town.
Well, it's also that light, and we can't do anything about the light unless we get state help.
It's a,
You know
And
what?
I had
The state-
suggested, with the left turn arrow at the beginning of the light, which happens in most intersections, rather than at the end of the light. I'm not a traffic expert.
We could go back to the sequencing on the light and review the sequencing. That's all on the table.
When I spoke to the gentleman from the DOT 3 years ago, he said, well, maybe if you would pay for half of the traffic light readjustment, we would do the other half. So maybe, Mayor, that's possible. If we could offer some funding, I mean, I don't know what we're talking about, maybe, $10,000 or $20,000. If we can improve the traffic for 10 grand, I think it's well
The
worth it.
adjustment of signal timing is not going to be 10 grand.
No, and I don't think it's the money that stopped them.
And as you remember, we
It
have
wasn't the money.
the signals are supposed to be intertwined between the two county and the two state signals,
Yeah, can't-
and they're doing that by satellite on the world clock system, and every 24 hours, they realign it with the satellite because the train blows everything
Yes,
out of sync right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And then we have one other issue, and that's everyone continues to do it. For the people, and Russ knows, for people coming down Franklin Avenue, and they're gonna make a left onto Ramapo Valley Road, they refuse to use the inside lane. They wanna stay in that outside lane, and they block the traffic on 202, and the entire inside lane is empty all the way up to the traffic light. For what reason?
Because they're afraid of the arrow, the left turn arrow.
Plus, it actually.
Well, this
becomes
is,
a little
we're talking
difficult
about
to
from
make the
Franklin
right.
Avenue.
I know, but so when they
Up
make
to
the
the
left,
Exxon station.
right,
That whole lane stays empty, and the inside lane stays filled, and there's no movement. And then the other issue is that one utility pole, as you go underneath 287, if that utility pole was inside 3 feet, we could move the curb in, and that line of traffic that makes the automatic right would flow much easier and much quicker, because right now you have 7 cars that stop at that light, and that stops the right-hand turn going around.
no, you know what they
onto
do?
287.
They cut through Walgreens shopping
They
center.
go in the back, and I see people doing that as well.
Traffic study,
Traffic study.
a good one, comprehensive.
We only do good ones.
I know. Comprehensive.
Okay, anything else?
No, thank you.
Councilman?
Thank you, Mayor. I met with the Flood Commission last Monday. Their next meeting, by the way, is Monday, February 12th at the Senior Center at 7:30. The commission is working on their annual reorganization. They're also getting ready to prepare their annual report for the mayor and council. Councilman Knapp and I also attended the first meeting of the park, and actually Station Park, I'm sorry. Kevin, your announcement about working on a bypass road is significant to this project. Is this going to be, this bypass road, I was going to try and stop you, but you walked back too fast. You're deceptively quick.
He was a point guard in
So
college.
there was, I know that there was a 2005 or 2006 master plan for trying to do some sort of bypass road up there
Yes.
by Yapa.
There were actually three different alternatives that were plucked out by Gary. We went
Do you
back
have the
to-
old Eurosec plan?
We do not. We have the plans, that Gary retrieved from the county, and we'll scan them, forward them to the mayor and council. They are, frankly, they're a very good plan for not disrupting a lot of real estate. There's not a lot of property taking involved in it. I think it's a very practical plan, but again, it's what, as a policy, the mayor and council decides they want to go forward with. But I think it represents a very practical solution.
You have copies of this plan?
Yeah, I'll have it scanned and emailed to you tomorrow.
Thank
There are 3 alternates.
Well, I mean, I think what we're, concerned about primarily is how it's going to impact the area adjacent to the railroad tracks across the street from where the end of Yawpa is.
It will. It's an extension, if you will, of Yawpa that vehicles will be able to make that turn and continue south. Would be able to travel westerly from Yawpa into what is now a parking lot, be able to turn southbound and proceed parallel to 202. And there'd be, like, the dead end now over by the pharmacy could come in, and there's a borough-owned parking lot that could tie in. So there's all kinds of alternates that you could look at to do, but it's a really practical plan when you look at how, like, the dead end at the pharmacy just goes nowhere, but it could really serve another purpose.
Yes.
So it's an exciting year ahead.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else, Councilman?
No.
So you're going to join us on the planning board tomorrow night?
Apparently, yes.
You'll have to get a packet from Kathy Gurney. Councilman Knapp.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to touch on two departments. I want to congratulate Officer Tenio and Officer Hinson for being sworn in tonight, and I was extremely impressed by the attendance of the amount of police officers that showed up in support of them. And I think that shows a lot of unity between the departments, so kudos to you guys. I don't know if it's appropriate to do a shout out at a council meeting, but I want to do a shout out to Anthony Marcaselli for his 30-year anniversary with the borough.
It's 30 years.
Conducting superior service. He's older than he looks. Wow. I'm sure I'll appreciate that.
That's a
Anyway, I don't know what camera to look at, Anthony, but nice job, 30 years.
Congratulations.
And on DPW, I don't know if you guys saw Facebook again. After all these snowstorms, Facebook just blows up congratulating our DPW,
Yes.
thanking them for the work that they do, so.
In fact, Bob, we did get a correspondence from one resident.
Oh, right.
And if you want to relay that story, why don't you do that?
I don't, it was an elderly person, I don't remember the exact details, but they were in need of assistance, and 2 of our DPW guys were in the area doing snow work and stopping truck and got out and provided the assistance that was needed. And that person wrote a letter to the borough thanking Anthony and his guys for what they did. So it just, from a public relations standpoint, went a long way. And it just shows what, community's all about and helping each other out, so. DPW's rocking, man, keep it up.
And if you ride through Oakland, you ride through other towns in this weather, you really appreciate all that they do.
Would it be appropriate, Bob, to mention what JD's is doing for DPW?
I didn't know, so that's why I did, but sure now.
What do you know about it?
Well, I don't really know the details. So I know JD's Deli in town is, they have some sort of a fundraiser going to collect money.
DPW appreciation.
Right, to provide a lunch, an appreciation lunch to the DPW employees.
Very nice.
I don't know the date, I don't know any of the specifics, I've just seen a little bit about it on Facebook, but, so if anybody goes to JD's, ask for the DPW bucket.
And could you please keep us posted?
What's that?
Will you keep us posted?
I absolutely will.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mayor, can I make one observation based on our comments here? based on what Pat Pignatelli said about First Aid Squad, they do a fantastic job, and this weekend there's going to be installation of offices, and we'll be going to that
Oh, do you have a check?
on Saturday. And I'd like to ask all the residents, when you do get that envelope in the mail and they ask you for a donation, please be generous. They do for our town what normally other towns pay for, and we get it for nothing. So if you do have that envelope that says little donation, please go out of your way and be extra generous with them this year. I appreciate that. And one other thing I'd like to note the passing of Governor Byrne, who passed away. And he was not only a great governor, but he was a very humorous governor. One of his lines said that when he dies, he'd like to be buried in Hudson County.
Yes.
So he can continue in politics.
Yes, I am. Now, you're born in Hudson County, right? You're
Yes,
born
I
in
am.
He still votes there.
Okay, with that, I'll entertain a motion to open to the public.
So moved.
Second.
Anybody wish to speak, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody wish to speak? Seeing none, motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We do not have any bills to be paid. A motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Kevin, would you like to make any comment about?
You said it all.
No, not about water and sewer.
Oh,
About sewer.
But we did adjourn the meeting.
we adjourned already.
I don't think we voted on it, did we? No.
Did we vote?
I would reopen the meeting.
Did we
We
vote?
did it all in
No,
favor.
Lisa said we didn't adjourn.
Okay.
All right, quick,
I'll be quick.
before they think.
I just want to give you an update on the borough's continuing efforts to get a wastewater management plan amendment approved. We filed the amendment around September of last year, and in November of last year, there was a notice that was sent out, and it was actually published in the December 18th Register, the New Jersey Register. We received some further comments back and a request for some revisions by the DEP, and then we were contacted by the DEP in early this month, in early December, and told that due to revisions, they wanted to renotice, republish. And so we've been addressing all of those needs, and we are down to very, very short strokes. In fact, what we're down to is removing some portions of the bi-county tract that were actually preserved from the sewer service area, from the tract itself being within the sewer service area. We're down to that minor issue. We're trying to get into the February 5th register. We may or may not make that. We're not sure right now. And we're assuming that that is 30 days after we are published, that we are going to be able to move on to the next step, that being the ability to, we'll modify our water allocation permit and commence negotiations with Northwest Bergen for the partnership that needs to happen, what I refer to as the business end of getting some investment from the authority is in return for the borough. The flow from the borough is actually considered to be an asset by the authority. So we've overcome, I believe, the major hurdle that has really kept the borough for decades from being able to move ahead with sewers. One of the primary factors that the DEP considered was the aging condition of the 3 package plants that you have now, and the concept of not throwing, let me say, good money after bad. They're all at the end of their service lives. We've suggested that we put this, whatever money you would normally just put into rehabbing those plants, into converting them into pump stations and do a long-term solution. Thankfully, the department agreed with that. There were a lot of other things that you've done along the way that were very good. For instance, there was a condition report of those plants. That's part of the wastewater management plan. There was a septic inventory evaluation. You evaluated 1/3 of all your septics, 1/3 of 3,300 septics. That's in the amendment. There's a lot that went into this plan, and a lot of it was, it was back and forth between the department, the Highlands Council, which were very cooperative in making this all happen. We expect a consistency determination to be issued. So, again, there's been a lot of different pieces coming together. I'm very pleased to be able to stand here tonight and report this to you.
Great, thank you.
Can I just ask you a question, Mayor? Mr. Boswell, just a quick question. With what's, with the sewers just, 2-3 years out, and what's happening in Washington with all the infrastructure monies that they seem to be generating for infrastructure, do you think that there's a play for grants that would help fund or offset some of the costs for putting in these sewers?
I think the impetus in the case of Oakland is water quality. That's one of the overriding reasons why really the Highlands Council sees it as a water quality issue. We see it as a water quality issue, and we believe the grant money will be going to that. And the way you probably see it, quite frankly, is some sort of incentive program that comes at you through the EIT program, the NJEIT program, where they do something called principal forgiveness, where they forgive 25% of your loan or 50% of your loan, and that is effectively a grant. I think you'll see it in that form.
Is that what our grant writers should be looking at?
You may or may, your grant writers do an excellent job. They really do. I mean, Tom and I work with them all the time. They're very good at what they do. I think that this one is, we stay close to the DEP. We see if it's one of those programs that we qualify for, and then you don't need to involve them. And then if you think it needs that extra lift, like you did with your Safe Route to Schools program, your Patriots Way Bridge, you bring them in, and most of the time they're very successful for you. So it's a wait, and I would say let's see how it evolves, but I think there will be money out there.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The next meeting will be January 24th, and I look forward to seeing you then. And remember, if you're interested in serving on a board or commission, please let us know. We'd love to have you.